Welcome to the Success Fitness Podcast. I am your host, Christian Evans. This podcast is for adults looking to achieve success in their fitness journey. And I'm going to help you do just that, even though you may not feel motivated or focused today. In today's podcast, I'm going to share with you some tips to stay focused and motivated on your fitness journey. But first, a word from our sponsors. Before I run, I use my secret weapon to maximize my performance, the Breather Fit. Not only does the Breather Fit strengthen my lung capacity, it helps accelerate recovery from my workouts. All it takes is 10 breaths for 2 sets to maximize performance before my morning runs. Use my code FITBREATHE at checkout to get 20% off. With Breather Fit, you work hard, but breathe easy. Thank you for tuning in today's podcast. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to me talk, but I'm trying to help you on your fitness journey because I am on mine and it's a forever journey. So since we know we're going to be on this road for a long time, why not try to pick up as much knowledge and information and help as you can? So I'm here to help, and I asked a question on my community wall on YouTube, and if you haven't done it already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just go ahead and click the link below, and if you're looking in the description, click on the link tree and it will lead you to my YouTube channel. But I asked on my community wall, because the coffee was kicking in, I said, what is it that you want me to talk about? Now, I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about on YouTube Live. And yes, I've been going live on YouTube for the past couple of weeks, and I've been taking a poll to see what it is that you want me to talk about. So I got a response, and here it is. So I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you listening. Listen to my rants. Some of it connects, some of it doesn't. Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. But it gives me a lot of ideas on how to go forward on YouTube. And one of the ways I go forward is connecting with you on community wall, on my community wall. And so I posted this picture today, said, "Happy Monday. Have you had coffee yet? I'll be going live later today. What are some questions you would like for me to answer?" And I got an answer. So before I get into that response, I'm sharing this. So we're going to share this on our community wall. Say, "I'm live." Share this on my community wall. Also, my Facebook group, Success Fitness Family. If you haven't done it already, please join my group on Facebook. And I'm going to tie all this in. Community wall, my Facebook group, all of that. So, with that being said, let me know where you are from, what's going on with you right now. How is your Monday so far? It is 12:55 Central Standard Time here in Peoria, Illinois. And I'm going to get to that response from earlier. I'll let you know about. So I put this on my community wall. Okay, we're going. Got my other phone going. So I said, I'll be going live later today. What are some questions you would like me to answer? And I got a response. And the response was from GWiz-1V7JR. How to keep focus and motivation. So that's the title of today's live. How to keep focus and motivation. I am not the best person at this very moment to answer that, right? That was my initial thought process. Like, I don't want to talk about that right now. I had an entire different live setup, had an entire different subject matter I wanted to talk about. But I'm like, you know what?
let's answer G Wiz, right? Let's answer G Wiz. How to stay focused and motivated on your fitness journey. And the reason why I initially responded, I'm not the best person right now, is because I'm still grieving. I'm still grieving in my fitness journey. I'm still just grieving just overall. My cousin that passed this past April, and that is taking a toll on me. That has taken a big toll on me. And it's like, where's the motivation? Where is my motivation to continue to do what I was doing prior to him passing to now doing it now? And you're going to go through so many just different things in life, so many different phases in your life that it will be tough and challenging to stay motivated and continue to just live. Even riding this bike right now, it is an afternoon. I did do my cardio earlier, but I wasn't even really motivated to do that. I did like 10 minutes on the bike at the gym. I had 2 clients this morning. I've been up since about 5 o'clock, just moving slow-mo. It's Monday. You're coming off of a weekend. And that's another thing. How do you start your fitness week, fitness journey, whatever, on a Monday, right? Coming from a Saturday and a Sunday and a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday weekend, and you've done everything you wanted to do. You partied, you relaxed, you ate, you partied, you relaxed, you chilled, got some rest, maybe a workout, maybe a half done workout. But, here's Monday again. And I'm at the gym this morning, and I wanted to get there earlier to do a little bit more than what I did today. I did do some bench pressing today. And you all know today's Monday. It is International Chest Day. And my goal is a 405 bench press. So in order for me to try to maintain my strength until I'm really, really ready to zone back in, to really, really chase after it, it's like, where's the motivation for it? So sometimes you just got to just rip the Band-Aid off in regards to motivation. You have to find a way to motivate yourself and really revisit your why. Revisit your why. I would say that's like step one. Like, what is your why in regards to why do you work out? Why are you even interested in working out? Why are you even interested in fitness and all of that kind of stuff, right? Have a goal. Have a goal. I can tell you that my 405 bench press that I want to get on flat is near. And that is my North Star at this moment. That's the only thing, or one of the only things, to hold on to in regards to my fitness journey, is that, because life be lifing. So shout out to Emery for his new book. You can get that on Amazon right now, Life Be Lifing. But Emery Cannon, shout out to Emery Cannon. But, life be lifing. And it's tough to find your North Star and keep your North Star, because there are and will be things and days to knock you off. So 405, that's my goal, my ultimate goal. I'm very close. And I got to the gym this morning and I did about 10 minutes on the recumbent bike, just very, very slow. Very, very slow. Did 10 minutes. By the time I was done, I had like 50 or 75 calories burned. It wasn't nothing. I was just moving slow. I was moving slow this morning, moving slow to get in there because I wanted to do just a full chest day before my first client. So I did do some rack presses, right? I have some video tutorials on how to do that. And I did get 4 or 5 up on the rack press, right? And I started something different this week. Again, I Had a podcast last week talking about doing something different. And this week, I challenged myself to do something different. I set the safety bars a little bit lower. All right. So that caused me to really press from more of my base of my chest to press it off. 405 was heavy, but I did get it. I didn't think I would because I hadn't rack pressed in about a month and just trying to find consistency, right? I was in a routine and got out of it and everything kind of spiraled, fires from there, right? So when I got G Wiz's response here on YouTube via my community wall, he answered the question of, what do you want me to talk about today? And G Wiz answered how to stay focused and how to stay motivated. And again, I'm like, I don't really want to talk about that. I want to talk about the origins of my home gym. So I will be doing another video soon about the origins of my home gym and why I train from here, right? And so I'm thinking, I'm like, how do I make this connect? Because I'm not feeling none of this right now. I'm just not feeling it. It's like, how to stay focused. And you keep living and the answers can be right in front of you. A lot of times we can think that we need a big highlighter marker to highlight what to do and what not to do. But this was a perfect response for what I was going through. Because I'm like, I'm not the right person to talk to about how to stay focused and motivated on your fitness journey. Because after April, it's like everything shut down. I just shut down. And in this current moment, I'm trying to get myself back into the routine. This is one of the reasons why I didn't do any lives last week, because I'm like, okay, I need to produce more content, because that's what I was doing before April. That's one thing me and my cousin talked about, is just, all right, let's flood the market. Let's flood the market with content and just see what that gets us. And I believe I'm in the midst of doing that. So this is why you have seen and will see an influx and a barrage of more and more content. Not caring about the numbers too much. It's just, this is kind of what keeps me, staying motivated, shooting content and sharing it with you, right? And hopefully that can keep you up on your fitness journey. What up, G Wiz? Thanks, brother, for responding to my comment. Yeah, that really had me thinking. Today. I'm like, man, I did not want to respond, but it was a perfect time. So thank you. The Lord works in mysterious ways, because it got me to thinking, and it was the perfect time because I wasn't focused. I wasn't motivated. I hadn't been focused. I hadn't been motivated. So who's better to talk about that than me in this current moment while you're currently going through it? And I had to answer that for myself. It was like, okay, how do I? So I'm gonna tell you how I stay motivated, and in no particular order, and I wrote some things down, is define your why. Yeah, I'll be struggling too. Life be life, and yes. Oh my goodness. I'm even nervous about these lights being on right now because the energy bill is crazy. And winter is coming up and it's about to get insane. And it's like, where's the money coming from that? Hopefully I get some YouTube ad revenue or something, a super chat or something, because I got to find a way. But that also plays into your motivation. It's like, I don't feel like doing this. I got enough problems going on, but doing this right now helps out so much. Like, I really didn't want to come on YouTube Live today, period. But it was you. It was you, G Wiz. And I'm like, you know what? I got the time. Just do it. Just let it flow. And sometimes we can overthink too. We can overthink on our fitness journey. We can overthink a situation more than what it really needs to be, per se. And I'm horrible at that. Just overthinking. So I didn't want to do that. I was just feeling down today. Just feeling down. Feeling like, man, I don't want to do anything. So I'm like, you know what? Let's knock this live out. And while you're on live, get on the bike. Like I said earlier, I did a little rinky dinky 10-minute bike session. And it didn't do anything. And I do notice when I don't work out, when I don't do my cardio first thing in the morning, my day is just shot. My day is just shot. But thank the Lord for provision. I am able to come back home and get on my stationary bike or my treadmill. But right now, stationary bike and just move. Doesn't have to be vigorous. It doesn't have to be strenuous. Usually I'm on level 12 on this bike. I'm on level 10 right now. It's just move. Telling yourself to move. Telling myself to just move. Because I wasn't feeling this. Wasn't feeling working out, getting back on the bike. I wasn't feeling going live. But based off of the data, when I do work out, I do feel better. So I did work out early this morning. That was rack presses. And then I had 2 clients and I worked out with my second client. And we did some tricep press downs on the cables, some cable pull downs, warm up your back. And we did some cable chest press, incline cable chest press. And we did some underhand cable flies. It's chest day. So pyramid set, 12, 10, 8, 10, 12, progressive overload, then a deload. And to the average person, no shade, that may sound like a lot, but it was just my effort. You know how you work out, you may do a lot, but you're not there. Show your effort. My effort just wasn't there, right? And that goes into another reason on how to stay motivated or focused is that I have to be there for my clients. I have to be tuned in. I have to be tuned in with my clients because that's what they pay for, right? So not every day I'm homed in, and I do check myself for that. And when I came home after the workout, after that session, I was just sitting here. I'm like, you know what? How to stay focused and motivated. I kept thinking about it. I'm like, man, I do not want to get on live, but I need to get on this bike because I was not feeling the way how I felt. I didn't like it. I didn't like my negative energy at all, just far as for myself. And so it's like, okay, what is your why? How to stay focused and motivated. What is your why? One, a personal goal, 4 or 5 bench press. That's my why. So I had to make sure I do certain things throughout the week, throughout the day to achieve that 4 or 5 bench press whenever I do decide to knock it out, right? It'll be soon. There's a couple things I need to work on. My left side, my triceps, and lately my forearms has kind of just been acting funny. But I think that's just little nicks that you get. And so it's only a matter of time, right? I got to strike while the iron's hot. So the bench press goal, that's one of my whys. And the other one is my clients, making sure I show up for them, making sure I have the correct attitude, is making sure I check myself. Like I have 2 more clients later tonight here at my home gym. And again, I'll do an origin story on my home gym, why I built it, and why I started training clients from there. And that pretty much originated because I almost got into a fight at the gym trying to protect my client. But that'll be in the other story. So finding your why, finding my why. So you have to find your why. It's like, why are you working out? Why do you want to work out? What does it mean to you? Is it vanity? That's fine too. Whatever your why is or whatever your why is, right? Do you have some health concerns that you need to stay on top of? Do you need to make sure you do more cardio? Do you need to make sure you do more strength training because of a medical situation or whatever? I don't know. So find out that why, right? And if something is wrong, identify it. If something is wrong with you, identify what's wrong. So today I knew something was wrong with me. Wasn't, too much feeling good. I don't know. I think it's just because I just didn't move as much in the morning, right? I worked out Saturday, didn't work out Sunday. And Now I'm back on Monday and I'm like, it was a half workout. I slept good and everything, but something was still off. Maybe it was a Monday. Let me know if you feel like that on Monday. I've never been one of those people who dreaded Mondays. I'm never like that. I don't dread any day of the week. Honestly, that's just always been me. Every day that you wake up, it is a blessing to be on this earth. That's facts. Point blank, period. But I knew something was wrong, so I wasn't focused, wasn't motivated, and I'm like, why? What's going on? So once I identified it, I could entertain possible solutions to solve it, right? So once you identify the problem, just entertain. Got to think first, process it, go through option 1, 2, 3, 4. If there is that, always entertain your options. And one of those options were get on this bike. I wasn't feeling anything today. So found out a problem. I'm like, bro, you just need to work out. You need to get your heart rate up. Right now it's at 110, and that's fine. I'm not really trying to go to 135 right now because I'm on 23 minutes on this bike. And anybody who knows about upright bikes, sitting on them for a while, they get uncomfortable. So if you see me shifting around, that's why. So I identified the problem and I'm like, what can I do to solve it? You need to work out. So here I am on this bike and talking to you. So that's another way how I stay focused and motivated. I got to identify the problem and entertain the solutions. And every solution may not be, let's say, what's the word? Pretty, sexy, whatever you want to call it. But it just got to get done. You do have to get to that mindset of it just needs to be done. It's like, I don't feel like doing this. Like I really didn't want to walk because my heel is still messing with me. This week has been bad. So that's a whole other different issue, right? Plantar fasciitis. Talked about that last week on one of my lives. So there's that. A routine, how to stay focused and motivated. Find a routine. And if you don't have one, develop one. It is easier said than done. But in my case, I had a routine before April. And after April, everything just went to the pits, right? But before all that, we've all gone through multiple cycles in our life where we have a certain routine. And then somehow, one way or another, that routine gets broken up. And then we are chasing that old routine so much. And we're not looking at what's in front of us, the opportunity to develop a new routine, right? So if you've gotten out of the habit of your habit or out of the routine of your routine, create another one. That's how all routines start. I used to have a routine of running 2 miles in a day, 2 miles in the morning. That routine got broken up. Now I'm on the bike. Now I'm on the bike in the afternoon, which is crazy. And you have to just do it like Nike. Sometimes it's just ripping the Band-Aid off, right? It's just ripping the Band-Aid off. You may have to do something that you don't like, right? But you may find a way to like it because what you don't like, what I didn't like about a new routine, it was a new routine. It was a new routine. I wasn't used to it. And you have to be liberal. You have to be less conservative when it comes to routines, right? Because if you're locked into a routine every single day, man, life be life and different things are going to happen. Something's going to throw you off. And it's either two choices. You got to find a way to get back on to the routine if you can, but don't spend too much time because that could be time wasted. You got to find a way to just say, you know what? Can't go back to that routine anymore. Let me start a new one. Don't be afraid to start something new. Don't be afraid to start a new routine, right? Because if your routine changes, then yes, everything changes. Time, how you feel, different things like that. But versus trying to go back to the old routine, the exact one, start something new. Nothing wrong with that. Start something new. And you'll be amazed how you like it. I've done this enough times to break up routines, different routines, and dealing with clients, just that up and down. Sometimes I have a client scheduled, and then 5 minutes or an hour, hey, they cancel for whatever reason. Don't knock them for it at all, because again, life be life and different things happen. So the routine of me holding that slot for 5 p.m. for that client, all right, they're not coming, pause, let me do something else. That's when I get on the phone and start editing a video, or getting on my computer, editing another video, or catching up on washing dishes. Always finding a different routine, because things happen. Things happen, and it's your ability to pivot and move quickly onto the next thing. It's agility. You have to have agility in your life when it comes to routines, because just know this, things change. Just like we are currently in fall. Just a couple weeks ago, we were in summer. Things change. Things change. And another way on how to stay focused and motivated is find a community. Find a community of like-minded people. The worst thing is to be around people who don't get you, who don't understand what you're going through, who don't understand the lingo, the language. If you say DOMS to somebody, I'm experiencing DOMS. If they don't know what it is, it's kind of hard to talk to them a little bit more. It's hard to talk to people if you're like, hey, so how many macros are you eating in a day in regards to protein, fats, and calories, right? It's tough, but it's not impossible to talk to somebody who can identify with you. So your community, this is why I've been spending a lot more time on YouTube lately, is to check in with you, check in with my community, check in with my subscribers, hence the subscribers only chat. Subscribers only chat. You have elected to see me and more of my content at some point in time in your life. And I guess you should be rewarded. When I say I guess, I don't want to sound pompous when it's like, oh, only you can talk to me, only you can talk to me. It's like, no, but in YouTube world, there's so much focus on subscribe, like, do all this. Okay, if and when that person does it, it's what is the incentive? This is my way of giving an incentive of subscribers only chat, because we've all been a part of chats on YouTube, and just a whole bunch of craziness goes in, and you're looking like, I don't think that person is subscribed to that person's channel. They're just there talking, all right? So with that being said, check in with your community. Put something on the community wall. I asked a question. The question was answered, and here I am responding to that. Find a community. I have a community on Facebook, Success Fitness Family, and if you're looking to identify and relate with more like-minded people on your fitness journey, then join my group on Facebook, Success Fitness Family, because it is important to seek out a community with like-minded people like yourself. Like right now, I'm riding this bike. I'm watching a workout video with Andrew Jack and Psycho Chris, right? Find something that you can identify with, whether it's a YouTube video, my podcast, my YouTube videos, this one that you're watching here, my group, Success Fitness Family. You have to find a community, right? And one of the last things to stay motivated and focused on your fitness journey is maybe you do need a personal trainer. Maybe you do need somebody to take their time with you one-on-one. And that's what I specialize in here in Peoria, Illinois, my home gym, Success Fitness. And you can find out more about that once you click the link tree in my description. It will lead you to my blog, christiansweightsuccess.net. And I do appreciate you tuning in to today's live. And I feel a lot better. I'm at 31 minutes, 267 calories burned. I really like to get to 300 calories. So for every 10 minutes, I should burn 100 calories. I don't even know if you can see that. Let me take this off. Let's see how that identifies on there. But I like to do 100 calories per minute. But I do feel better right now. I do feel better by exercising. And that's what can happen a lot of times is that if you're not feeling motivated, you're not feeling focused, you just have to start. You just have to start. You have to start just moving your body because a lot of times we got to work out all the craziness, all the stress, all the worries that we endure as adults. We're adults. Remember that commercial, I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. It's like, I get it now. I get it now. I get it. There's some joys. There's a lot of joys, not some, but there's joys in adulthood. Don't get me wrong. But, when you get older, you experience things. You start getting some stripes on your back, right? Again, life be life and things happen. People pass. And people are still living, but they pass on in regards to no longer a part of your life. And that does affect you. That can affect you. That has affected me. That does affect me still to this day. People that you had a friendship with, a relationship with, that can happen in regards to when people leave. And it's like, that does play a toll on you. That does play a toll on your fitness journey, right? We live in this hyper visual world to where we see. We just see. We see people's lives. You see me talking to you right now, but I try to make sure don't want to say a cliche like, oh, I'm being real per se, but this is me. This is me. You may see my beard kind of gruffy right now. I'm not dyeing my beard. I've done that, been there, done that. It's too messy. It adds up, and it's not even worth it. And it made my face itch too. And it's so funny now that I'm watching, more and more of the visuals. I can spot it out. I don't knock it. I just kind of like laugh. Like everybody has to do that in regards to how they feel. But life does change, right? I wasn't expecting my cousin to pass away. It was literally instantly, and it just happened. And I didn't expect my mother to pass, but that happened very quick. And you go through a lot of these phases in your life. People in your life, and then they're gone. No matter if they pass away, no matter if they're still here, this is just a part of life and relationships and our social construct. And then you have responsibilities as adults. You have bills. You have your future. Okay, Lord willing, we live to see another 25, 30, 35, 40 years or what may have you. It's how am I going to be taken care of? Because we cannot do this forever. We can't let's say lift as heavy, forever, right? I like to lift heavy, but there may come a point in time where I may be doing some foo-foo weights. I may be struggling with the bar on bench press, and I hope not. I hope not. So this is another reason why you have to just make sure you stay motivated on your fitness journey just as well, because the inevitable 1% muscle mass loss does happen, will happen to you, man and woman, after the age of 30, 33, 30 or 33, you have a 1% muscle mass loss every single year. And it's about your quality of life towards the end of life. So that is one of many different factors on how I can stay motivated in my fitness journey. Knowing that, there will be a time, and I pray that I do get old, but I want to make sure I have a better quality of life. I want to make sure I can walk until, the good Lord takes me away. I want to make sure I can, just be active, right? And the investment is now. A lot of times we can look for extrinsic, that's the word, is that how you pronounce it? Extrinsic factors in regards to like motivation, like I'm looking at this workout video. That does motivate me, right? And I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe I need to work on biceps tomorrow. That is motivation, but motivation needs to come from within. You need to motivate yourself. My pastor told me one time, if you can't go within, you're going to go without. If you can't dive into your soul, into the core of who you are to get out something great, then you're going to go without. and life is too short, and life is beautiful, and life goes by very fast. And who wants to just zip past and not be great and not go within and and get the most out of life as much as you can? And it is easier said than done. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things that need to be done. Hence why I'm on live right now. I've been making more and more content lately. This is why I wasn't on live last week, because I legit have at least like 10 videos, full length videos that I still have to edit. I am working on a video editor for the first time in my 8 or 10 years of being on YouTube. Again, doing something different. So when I'm on these lives and I have these subject matters, I'm not just talking to you or for you, it's to myself just as well too, because the power of life and death is in the tongue. So you do have to speak positivity over your life. You do have to speak things into existence, call things that are not as though they are. And you have to speak these positive affirmations in your life. And that does work. That goes back to community, goes back to getting a community with like-minded people that can speak positive words and actions into your life, especially on your fitness journey, right? The worst thing, the worst thing is that you're talking to somebody about your fitness journey and they don't know anything was going on. They don't lift, they don't work out. It is very unmotivating. They're like, why would you put yourself through that? Why would you put yourself through this, that, or the third? I get asked, why'd you lift so heavy? And it's like, because there's somebody who can lift twice as much as me. That is a simple answer. Why do you want to put yourself through that? Because I want to make sure my heart is working. I want to make sure my heart is beating right. I want to make sure I'm able to take a deep breath. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I'm able to walk up the steps. So for somebody to be the exact opposite of that, I don't even judge them. You got to leave them where they are. And that's what happens in life. You got to leave situations and people where they are, because they will leave you, whether directly or inadvertently. They'll leave you just as well too. From the standpoint of just people just pass on. You have relationships for a couple months with people, then they go. You have relationships with people for a couple years, and then they go. No matter if it's friendship, no matter if it's actual relationship, in regards to far as you loving one another, or however that word is. Can't think about it right now. Or somebody just passes away. People will come and go, and your routine will get thrown off. And in the midst of that, how do you bounce back? How do you stay motivated? How do you stay focused? You got to go within. You got to tell yourself and know that, all right, something is going on. I need to identify it and let me entertain the possibilities of things that can solve it, right? Find a community, somebody who can identify, talk to somebody. This is why I'm talking to you. I didn't never think that I would be on live ever talking. The first time I went on live, maybe it was 2014, 2013, somewhere around there. I was playing around on Periscope. How many of you remember Periscope on Twitter? And I did that a couple times, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I wanted to get set up. I wanted certain shots. I was just overthinking, But I found more of a community online versus not. I had to change some things up, and you got to try something. Try something different. Trying something different, and this is me trying something different. And in the midst of that, I'm able to kind of talk about everything that's going on in this moment. Got to talk about everything that's what's going on in this moment in my life right now, because again, we aren't kids anymore. We aren't kids anymore. And if you're somebody young, watching this right now, just keep living. This just keep living. There are brighter days. There are brighter days, but there will be situations that'll humble you to make you appreciate the brighter days a lot more. Right? It's a beautiful day. I got the doors open. I'm at my home gym, and let me turn this off. Something happened. I'm at my home gym, and I love this time of year because I can open the door and there's just the cool wind just blowing in, and It's just the best. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. I wasn't comfortable earlier. Had nothing to do with at the gym. That was just me. Again, identifying what the problem is. I was a problem. A lot of times you are your own problem. Ain't got nothing to do with anybody else. It's what's in here between those two eyes. And we can get caught up into that. And the best way, honestly, to kind of sort that out is to work out. I identify working out with, I'm going to get a little bit nerdy with you, it's like defragmenting. How many of you have ever defragmented your hard drive? How many of you know what I just said? Probably, let me assume you do, right? The best way I was taught what that meant was when you open programs in your computer, there's different commands and there's different things that happen to get that program to your screen. You keep doing that over a week, things can kind of get scrambled. The cables get tied up and knotted up, right? And when you defragment your hard drive, is putting everything kind of back in its place, kind of like cleaning up your room, right? That's the way how it was explained to me when I was in college in 2000. It's crazy, 24 years ago. And that's what working out does for me. That's the best way I can explain it. Like right now, my gym is all right. I got a couple things here and there. I got a couple experimental exercises that I want to try, and it's okay. But I need to straighten it up. I need to clean it up. All right. So that's what working out does to my mental. And I know this morning my mental wasn't all the way right because I really didn't work out as tough, as intense as I need to defragment my hard drive, my mind, to get things back in order. Right now, I am back on the map. I am back in order. I have more and more videos to edit and put up. I have my membership first. I'm again doing something different. I have the more coffee tier, the more weight tier. That's just a way to support the channel. This will support the channel, and you will get exclusive shorts, podcasts, as well as different workout videos. You will be the first. Then I'll release it a couple days later to the public. So you can sign up for that, and I'll appreciate that. But again, trying something different. I didn't go on live last week because I was just in creation mode. It was just create to a point to where literally right before I went on live, this phone right here, it just gave me notification that my data is full. I have, I think, 128 gigs on here. Let's see where I'm at. I have 128 gigs on here, and they're all, iPhone storage. Look, it says, okay, 126.9 gigabytes of 128. All right, so I have to go in here, look at all these videos that I shot that I haven't posted or edited just yet, and either get rid of them. Get rid of them can look two different ways. One, delete, or two, just post without editing. And I haven't arrived to that answer just yet, but I do know it says photos 47 gigs. If you see that, photos is 47 gigs and messages 13 gigs. So I just been recording, and just getting back to just me. That's what I was doing before April. And just recording. And you know what, say the God honest truth, I wasn't even really recording like that. I had stopped. I had lowered or reduced my overall production output. And let's just say those didn't yield the results that I was looking for. Right. And what I am looking for, I'm looking for more clients. Currently right now, it's a different season. I'm not as busy as I would like to. The economy is different. In the meanwhile, what do? Come on YouTube Live, create content. I'll use this content for something else. And just be smarter about my time. I have to realize that time is precious. And yes, you can spend it stressing out. You can do that. But what does that get you tomorrow? What does that get you in the future? A headache or a trip to the emergency room. Been there, done that. You can be hospitalized. Been there, done that. Stress, raise your blood pressure, be admitted in the hospital. Been there, done that. I got that whole story on my blog, christiansweightsuccess.net. Click in the description and click on the link tree. You'll be led to my blog, and I talk about my admission in the hospital about that. Or you can choose to attempt to de-stress yourself by working out. All right. This is a great mental health. Let me identify the right phrase because I hate the word mental health, because mental health is not describing the status. So an unhealthy mental health status, this can help alleviate or relieve some of that unhealthiness that you got going on up here. You know, you ask a lot of people when they kind of going through their problems, you're like, when you work out? I'm like, I haven't. I'm like, well, let's try that. Let's try that and see how you feel, you know, after that, after working out, because that happens with a lot of people. Man, a lot of my clients, they come in kind of stressed out. You know, we talk it out and we lift weights in between times. Sometimes we don't talk. Sometimes it's just lift, you know. They feel a little bit better. Even if it's a little bit better after workout, it's a lot better than what you did feel like coming into the workout. So I appreciate your time. Pretty much rambling. I got some things to do. If you've seen this on the replay, type in Team Replay Squad. If you are here, leave a comment. And if you could do me a favor and just join my membership site, that'll support the channel. But if not, sign up to my weekly newsletter, the Success Fitness newsletter. It will be in the description box. But you can get through that through the link tree. I like just using link tree. It's just clean. It's just clean. A whole bunch of URLs and stuff like that makes everything sloppy. But I appreciate it. Stay focused. Stay motivated. You got to go within, because if you don't go within, you'll go without.
And if you found inspiration in today's episode, then please subscribe and sign up to my weekly newsletter, the Success Fitness newsletter. So subscribe to this podcast via YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music, and also sign up to my weekly newsletter, the Success Fitness newsletter. And please share this on your community wall, your Twitter or X or Facebook, to family members of yours that you know that are on their fitness journey just as well. I'm here to help. Please tune in next week for another episode of the Success Fitness Podcast. Have a blessed week. Peace out.